Thank you, man. I'm over here just talking like a motherfucker. Volume off. I appreciate you. Sorry about that, y'all. So, start from the top. I was looking at USD JPY. I showed that we entered a buy last week right here. We took profit on TP1 and 2, and our last target got hit right here. We moved it into profit. But I said right now it's back at our original target, and I'm a little sketchy about buying it from this position again because we had multiple touches at this same level. So there's a good chance that it'll break beneath this level to hit the next level of support beneath it before making another move to the upside. Now, when you see me make the put those arrows either below or above price, that's what I'm trying to use them as a physical representation to remind me of the money that is created when traders see areas like this. That's where we place our stop losses, and with market manipulation, you'll see a move like that. Oh man, somebody, well, they reported it live because of this song. Hold on, y'all. Somebody hating on us. The algorithm hating on us, hating on our live. We just got a message on TikTok. How the fuck? Okay. Anyway, let's just keep going. Let's just stay focused. I'm gonna have to fix that. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna watch this area. I'm gonna set an alert beneath. Well, I already have one set beneath. Let me move it a little closer. And I'll place one above, and we'll just monitor USD JPY. As far as the news today, we had some major news on Euro last night during the London session. And we should have some news. Yeah, we had USD news during New York. We're at the beginning of New York, like 8:30 this morning. So another thing that we like to do is instead of chasing trades, we try to add new positions to trades that's already winning. So we look for the pullbacks in the market. I'll show you why. Because if price wants to go up, it's going to create not only higher highs, but higher lows. And when it pulls back to create those levels, if we already have a buy entry, when it pulls back, we add to our position so we can just pretty much continue to profit off of the same trend versus fighting to catch every single move in the market. Nah. Yeah, so I was just going through these different time frames to see if price gave us anything as far as valid support while it was making this uptrend. And this a pretty solid move. I really don't see any area for pullback. I mean, for a safe entry right now. So I'll do the same thing that we just did with USD JPY, which is just place some alerts beneath and above what price is right now so we can get a better idea what happens after that move is already made. So when you see price moving around like this is the time to trap price. Okay, this is consolidation. And honestly, there's no clear way to tell what's going to happen in consolidation or how far it will go. So the only thing we do after we trap price is look for those structural levels beneath it and the ones that are above it. The level that is beneath is this low here. The level that is above it is our TP3. So this is another way that you really save yourself from over trading and understanding this as far as the perspective on a higher time frame. You don't need to rush into this position. Let price dictate what it wants to do within range, and when you get a clear break either above that level or beneath it, then you define your setup and determine your risk reward. So I'll show you an example for both. If it breaks above, we get a few solid closes. I'm waiting until price pulls back to retest this level. I'm interested in that setup. I'm using my risk reward tool to define my risk to see if they fall within my rules. My rules are they have to be a 1 to 3 at least for me to take that trade setup. This shows if I enter in on the retest with my stop loss underneath this level that was once resistance, then I get a 1 to 9 trade. So that's cool. I can take that. Now, on the other hand, let me go back. Get this out of the way. Eraser. Now let's say price went into the opposite direction. It is the exact same concept, just in reverse. Hold on a second. Let me put on some jazz. They might not flag me for that. Give me 1 second, you guys. All right, cool. So now if price breaks beneath these lows right here, same concept. You wait until you get that pullback, and that's where you enter. You know where you want to enter. You get your risk reward tool to define your risk. That's one thing that we got to remember as traders. Your trade setup is not complete until you define your risk. Okay. It's a lot going on down here. Uh-oh. So let's just say same thing that we talked about, since we got all of those rejections at that level, that there's a threat that this area could be broken. The next structural level beneath this is this structural high that has not been retested, right at my TP2 for a trade setup that didn't complete or play out. On the 4 hour, we also got a gap right here that aligns with that level perfectly. All right, let me get this stuff out of the way. Eraser. So now that we see that, we understand that our target could possibly be this area right here. Why? Because the more an area is retested in the market, the weaker it gets. I can show it to you on our last couple trade setups and how I used it to not only find my entry, but let my trade setup to run to these, well, underneath these levels to capture all of that liquidity. So this is what I'm looking for. Now I'm about to show you an example. So our last trade set up on pound JPY. Same thing. I saw a really strong structural level, but I also saw multiple retests at that same level. So same thing I'm doing now. I drew an arrow underneath to let me know traders were placing their stop losses underneath that area. And what did price do? It broke structure here. I waited until it retested in this area, and I took that sell. The first area that I watched was this area, just like any other trader. We'll pay attention to that closer structural level. But at that level, I saw so much selling pressure from our EMAs that I held the trade setup. And it played out exactly the way that we're looking for on USD JPY if it breaks beneath those lows. Okay? And just holding that trade, that brung me, where's my TP3? Right here. That brung me a 1 to 29 risk reward trade. We added another entry and got a 1 to 15 just off of being patient enough to let your trade setups run. Now, this is the 4 hours, so this took us from Tuesday to next. Okay, it took us a week. So from Tuesday to Thursday for this trade setup to play out completely. It was a swing trade. But when I first started trading, I scalped so much that I forgot the overall direction of the market, which caused me to lose more trades than I would win. So then I started looking at it. Damn, if I would have stuck with my original plan when I first analyzed the charts and just held it, my results would have been this. So that's another reason why I suggest logging all your trades so you can learn from your mistakes. But in learning from that error, I started to swing trade more and just add to the winning trade. And man, the results are way better. Now, we did it again on gold. USD JPY. Okay. Nah, I'm still waiting. That's suspect to me. All right, so let me go to gold right quick. On gold, we did the same thing. Where are we? Highlighter. All right, so we reached this. Oh no, it was right here. This is where we defined our original entry. I missed it. It happened during the London session. Well, right after the London session, 6 o'clock. So price broke above right here. I was looking for the break because we had a bunch of retests at this level and right here at this level. So on the 4 hour, that is really significant. On the smaller time frames, that is a lot of resistance. And I told you guys, right above those areas, you have a lot of stop losses. So what did the market do? It reached above to get all of that money, but dropped to retest this level. I missed our original entry, so as soon as we broke above this structural level, I entered in our buy for gold. That original entry gave us a 1 to 24 trade. I also added to that position right here. That gave us another 1 to 11. Now at the highs, I was feeling myself. I took a sale. This was our TP1, and after hitting that enormous trade with those type of odds, I got a little arrogant. I got beside myself. So I hit TP1 and I did not move my other two positions in profit. So I actually lost those trades. They got hit at the stop loss got hit. I didn't move them to break even. Okay, so that's a big lesson. You know, no matter how much you win, don't let your success cloud you of the steps that got you to that level. So we got to these highs. I took this sale here. That brung us another TP1 and TP2. And I actually called this buy. And I got out at this point. I'm not sure why I chose to get out so early on that, but it's okay. No need to jump back in the trade setup or let that haste cause issues. We know that this is a structural level. Same thing, it has multiple tests, and we're on a 4 hour time frame. It got retested right here, and now price is breaking above it. We're simply going to set an alert. We want to see valid closes above this thing. So this is the 4-hour time frame, we may not actually find this entry until next Tuesday, which is okay. That's another thing. When you're looking at the charts on a higher time frame, you got to be aware of when your setup could actually play out. That way you don't put yourself in a bad position. So we're going to wait until we get a couple solid closes above. And when it pulls back to retest this area, that's when we'll look for the buy. Now, if it just gives us wrong one. If it just gives us a sharp push to the upside and then it closes back within this level, that's a false breakout. Oh, let's check this RSI. Okay, so on the monthly, we got the RSI creating lower highs and prices creating higher highs. Now this is called bearish divergence. Damn, same thing on the weekly. Okay, down to the daily. All right, now when you see this and you draw that line on the higher time frame that you find it on, in most cases it will retest that trend line. Okay, so if we get a close above this area, then it means something different. We need to wait a little longer on the higher time frames. Now, if like I said, it gives you something more so like this. You get a quick snap above like this candle. Only the wick goes above and the candle closes back beneath it. We need to look for those sales. So that's why you really got to pay attention to these wicks and also use these other tools. Divergence is one of these hidden gems when it comes to this RSI. I don't really look at this overbought or oversold thing, but divergence really helps me spot these reversals and gives me good accuracy with them. That's exactly what we use for the sale on USD JPY. Well, all our sales, all our trade setups. Yeah, so let's watch this. Now this thing looks suspect. Now what I won't do is sell just because it hit a trend line. We need more than that. And that's where the patience comes in. And that's why you guys are always hear me preach this. I'll let you get online and trade with me for free, make money with me for free. I don't care about the money. But the guys that want to join the team, you have to go through the Mindset series, because we can give you a phenomenal trade setup and you'll let the anxiety that you incurred from those other trades cause you to close your damn position out of fear. So we have to understand the true power of our thoughts, our beliefs, and actions, so we can stay disciplined. Stay disciplined. Can you go back over what you said about the wicks? Okay, yes. So this concept applies when you're looking for breakouts only. And what I mean by breakouts, I mean you have a major structural level in the market, like a wick at the highs. Let's say this is a daily high. Price has been down here playing around. Now let me use these candles. All right, well, let me create some candles. It don't matter what color they are. I don't gotta get into all that, but I'll show you with the wicks. Now let's say this candle travels above this high, okay? But instead of closing above this high, it pulls back, and this is what you see at the end of the day, just a wick. That lets you know that this is more likely a false breakout to the upside. And when I see that, I sell them. But I wait for extra confirmation in the market and I take that trade for a sell versus expecting this buy. So this, you'll see closes on a smaller time frame, but on that daily, on that 4 hour, this is what you may see. And this is way more important. So again, scalping can make you money if you have discipline, but what it gives traders is a false sense of reality. They see themselves making money on the smaller time frames and they think that shit just about to run forever, not completely understanding what's going on the daily or even the monthly. I believe this is all-time highs. There's really nothing up here that we can gauge a proper rejection on. So we'll have to wait for that extra confirmation. But most people will just take something like this and be like, oh, it broke above, it's going to run forever. And that's not exactly the case, especially when you got divergence printed on the monthly. Like that's huge. That's huge. Now it could play around for a while, but overall it's telling you that a pullback is not possible, that it's going to happen. Oh yeah, you said that was you. Oh yeah, nah, man. We got to take our time with this. We got to take our time. So really, what we're doing as traders is taking the fucking seed to grow us a pear tree, throwing it in the ground, and just sitting there staring at it like we're about to get the fruit in 30 minutes. You got to be patient with this thing, man. You got to be patient. The more patient you are, I guarantee you, the more you'll win. The less you trade, the more money you make. Cause this shit like sitting in the desert with no water, really. You'll start seeing mirages, taking trades that don't make sense, that don't align with your trading plan at all. And then you look back, hindsight, and that's when you start cussing yourself out. The trade don't even make sense. Why did I do that? All right, cool. Same thing with oil right here. Damn, that would have been a nice one. All right, so I'm pretty much showing the same thing. Price broke above this level. Our buy was to this zone. As soon as it got there, let me show y'all. This is the same thing as that false breakout. Pretty much the other variation of it. One variation is just the wick itself. The next variation is you get a solid close above, and then the next candle takes out either the whole candle or more than 50% of it. So I'm glad this happened like this, because this is another example. Another example. Now, the thing that I wanted to point out was what we talked about earlier, right here. The market kept retesting this area or pulling back towards it and failing. So it pulled back here, it retested there. This is a retest. This was a retest and it sharply pulled back. So when you see areas like that, you see I use these little flying dollar bills to show me that this is where the market is attracted to. It's attracted to all of the money in that area. It's going to capture the money and move in the opposite direction. Now, for whatever reason, we didn't take this sale. We actually missed it. But it's just funny to see this trade set up right here, looking at this level, price hitting it and rejecting it. And I didn't even take this trade setup. We just hopped on their analytics and I forgot to set my alerts. It won't happen again, I tell you that much. Cause when did that trigger? Wednesday. Oh, that's last week. Okay. Yeah, last week was crazy. We had so many winning trades. Now everything's still in profit, but we still got to be diligent. Got to do better. So this is the next structural level on U.S. oil. Let me see. We got highs there and right here. Let me move this up slightly. So you said that gold took you out, Nails? Okay. All right, cool. So we got we got price trapped on, what is this? US oil. Uh, this was the key level simply because we got multiple rejections right here in the present time and in the past. Was that? It looked like that was played on the daily. Yes, that was played. Yeah, we'll have to treat this exactly how we treat everything else. Just use those alerts. Well, look at this high right here on the 3 hour. What's right here? Let's go down to the smaller time frames. Okay, that's a double top on the 2 hour. This is the thing though. These reversal patterns, they're relative, man. Like this thing possibly could reverse at this area right here where you had this double top. But when I see them inside range like this, I normally don't mess with this. That, like, again, that very well could happen. It could respect that high, which is pretty much respecting this trend line, and reject right here to get an early entry on that downtrend. But more than likely, I'll see a retest of resistance or a slight push above before that move happens. So I don't want to play with that. Let's just set these alerts right here. Now, before we do that, the area that I look for or give the most value for reversal patterns are at structural highs like this. So if we see a structural high like this level here, not range that's in between the structural high and the structural low, it has to be at this level. If I see this double top and we get a retest, I'm taking that with all confidence. Even if that trade setup fails, I'm taking it. Same thing at these lows. Price come down here, gives us a double bottom. A double bottom. Then we get a pullback to retest it. I'm in it. But this, I need a little more confirmation. And what time is it? Shit, yeah, 11. If it was gonna happen, it would have started. Okay, double bottom on the 2 hour and the 1 hour. It's starting to look a little better. On this time frame, the high was played already, so it just does exactly what we don't want to see, create more liquidity, which makes that more unattractive. We got a lot of bullish momentum right here, and look right above it where the resistance level is that I told you will normally get hit. Instead, you got another reversal pattern at that high, double top right here. So it's cool when you can just slow down, start from these higher time frames, scale down to see a complete picture. Yeah, you may be looking for a sell, but right now it may be buying. So you need to understand all of those things and use your charting to help you see that visually when you go back to your charts. You got to leave yourself breadcrumbs so you don't go back in and trade against yourself, because it's possible. All right, so the first example we gave, stay away from this shit because it could possibly hit this. That's exactly what this shows. So that's exactly what we'll do. We're going to place an alert right here. And right here. Because if we get a pullback to one of these gaps and price hold, I'll take that buy to our sell level. And that's one thing you guys will see me do a lot. You'll see me take a trade into a trade. It really comes from just a lot of practice. Okay. So we got our alert set up. Nothing is really going on. Damn, it came close. So euro, pound, we're in this sale as well. I use the same concept that I showed you guys earlier. Price was on this uptrend. Created structure right here. At this level, at this level, this is where price broke it. I'm gonna show you guys again. I talked to you about divergence. That's exactly what I use on this trade. I saw price creating lower highs on the RSI, but on the chart it was creating higher highs. I drew the trend line on the oscillator going down, and I drew one above price going up. And as you can see, every time price hit that level, once I spotted divergence, you got these rejections. So after I saw price break this high, I was telling everybody online that this thing was going to sell and it was going to give us a massive move because we had divergence on a higher time frame. I had a lot of people, discrediting me in the chat. It's okay. We all see different things. Told me I was being greedy on that trade setup. And right now, after hitting TP2, that was 1-16 as far as the risk reward. It dropped as low as 1-19. As far as what current price is right now, it's 1-18. So these higher time frames pay you. I can't say it enough. And if you stay online with me and place these trades and just trust the process enough to hold it, not only will you get to hear it, but you'll get to see this shit for yourself. And that's the biggest teacher. Just show up. Just show up. Dang. I thought it was going to pull back and hit this level on the 4 hours so we can add to this position again. Just gave that wick from that first example of the pullout that we spoke about. Not pullout, the false breakout. That move right there. Okay. So nothing changes. We follow the same steps. We do the same thing over and over. Since it didn't hit the level that we're looking for, that's fine. We'll wait to see if price changes its mind. But right now, we already got an alert set. If we get a break of that level, then a retest. Real simple, man. I keep this thing real simple. The simpler it is, the easier it is to repeat it. Damn. I'll play that target area. We will want this to look like this. Valid closes beneath this area before this pullback. Then we take it. So we actually already got those alerts set, and there's nothing left to do. This is the part, again, where people start fighting because you just want to be in the trade. You have to understand when it's time and when it's not. You know when to hold them, know when to fold them. That shit for real. If you don't know when to walk away, you're going to give all your money away. Okay? So that's another reason that we focus on that discipline. We focus on mindset. Because those things will give you the accountability. Ugh, I ate that word the fuck up. The accountability that you need to grow. Okay? So I appreciate y'all for hopping on, man. For all the guys that want to start with us, or you want to take these trade setups, you want to start trading, you don't know where to begin, you can head to our website, ProfitTakersEU.com. I'm going to walk you through setting up your demo account, setting up your live account so you can catch these trade setups yourself. You can catch this 1-28. I'm also going to show you how to monitor your trades and give you a proper trading plan so you can stop gambling in the market. Your strongest gift is the ability to control your odds. All right? 888. So again, that website, which is ProfitTakersEU.com. No problem, Nails. Appreciate you, man. get that Trading Essential Bundles. It also comes with the free trial for our Mindset series. I'm going to keep talking about this because this is the glue. This is the main focus to our company. In trading, you got to understand the power of your thoughts, beliefs, and actions. You got to control your feelings. You have to become more intentional with your words to speak the outcome that you want into existence. That's going to make you more accountable. We also got a couple books available on Amazon, 6 Steps to Trading with Consistent Results. It goes over the concepts that I use in these charting sessions and in my live trading sessions. And we got merch, so you guys support the vision, support the dream, and to join us, you can get that beginner bundle or upgrade to tier 2. And as always, remember, you're one trade away from living. Why fight to stay the same?